All right, we'll get started. Please raise your hand. We'll bring you the mic. We'll start here in the back.
Jordan Davis with the Oklahoman. This is a question for both of you guys. When you guys look to see, in the matchup, you look back obviously in the matchup last year in the first round to see you guys back here. What would you guys say has been the biggest growth that OU probably has had in you guys' approach to the game last year to where you guys are now
Lauren,
tomorrow?
we'll start with you and then go to Dolly.
Okay, so I wasn't a part of FGCU last year, but of course I was one of the people who was watching the game live. And then also since being here, we went back and watched that game preparing for this game. I'll say their biggest difference is definitely their post presence on the inside now with Reagan Beers being a transfer in. So that's something that we worry about in terms of just the size difference, but they are very physical, and I feel like they play a little harder than they did last year, just knowing that they have the size advantage. So I would say that's probably where the biggest difference comes in from last year.
Yep, similar. Obviously, they've added some skill, some great players. Their style is similar as it was last year, but we're adjusting. We have a game plan in place, and we're ready to get out there.
Just to follow up to that, just when you talk about obviously Reagan being a part of the mix for them now, given that she has that post presence, and do you guys, how do you balance, I guess you'd say blitzing on the block versus, not over helping to get their shooters open, and obviously that gets you guys going in transition. So how would you guys say like an early preview of that looks like?
So we're always going to give props to her. She's an amazing player. She's an All-American for a reason. So we, of course, are game planning for her, but we're also game planning for the whole team. So we just lock into the game plan as a whole. The game is full of runs, so we'll adjust as we need to, but we're just worried about getting in there, seeing what the game starts off like and how it looks, and then once we figure out the balance of attack between them, we can probably change our game plan just a little bit depending upon that.
Yeah, it's going to be about team defense. It's not just singling out one person down there to guard. It's going to be about all of us trying to make plays, get in there, and then go convert on the offensive end.
Let's see. There is one.
Sorry, just to follow up again. I know you guys obviously have been on the run that you guys have for the past couple of weeks now, months. Just offensively, what would you guys say heading into the tournament has really worked for you guys? Obviously, you guys run a spread offense, but what would you guys say for both of you two has really helped and led to the success over the past couple of weeks heading into tomorrow?
You can go first.
I think, knowing our strengths, what we can take advantage of. Obviously, other teams are going to scout us and take away what our strengths are, but, just being able to adjust to that. And we have a lot of great players on this team that can do a lot of great things. So, we're going to share the ball. We're going to get the best shot for our offense, and hopefully we can come out with a win.
We spend a lot of time trusting in each other and each other's abilities. So when we're practicing and looking for the best shot available, it's not about just the individual play. The one thing that we can tip our hats to is that everyone gets involved in our offense. So we use that to our advantage. We stretch the floor out. We allow people to figure out who they're going to guard. And if you take one person away, you have to guard the next one. So we just take pride in having our teammates doing their jobs and all of us working together.
Anything else in here? It seems we're having a little issue with the chat function on Zoom, but they're working on it.
Really, what has been, you guys, again, just think of this journey. What would you guys say has been the favorite part, especially over the last, obviously, tournament play, and then you guys headed into, not tournament, but conference play. Mm-hmm. You guys heading into the NCAA tournament. What would you guys say has been the favorite part of the last 2 weeks of basketball for you guys, heading into tomorrow's game?
I would say mine would be doing it with my teammates and with our coaching staff. This year we've become super close just due to the adversity that we faced. And it's really good winning, but it feels even better when you do it with people that you enjoy winning with. It's just been a cool experience for me overall. This is my first time coming to March Madness, so I'm just really blessed to do it, but I'm even more blessed for the people that I've done it with and the people that will help these memories last even longer. So, yeah.
I completely agree. Just being around my teammates, this group of people, this coaching staff, going through all the highs and lows together, and when we do face adversity, how we're going to respond to that. So we're ready to embrace this moment. It's going to be a high-energy game. We're all very excited and super thankful and grateful that we're, able to be here.
Right here. Remember to state your name.
Hi, Shane Harvell of FGCU. Dolly, you've been here last year, and a few of our players have played an NCAA tournament game last year, but LT, this is your first. Dolly, what is the message that you and the girls that are coming back are trying to keep your newcomers calm and ready to play? So what's kind of you've been telling them? Yeah,
just, being a returner, just setting the example for them, knowing that we all have each other's back. Monty and I specifically just leading by example, doing whatever we can to ensure that, we're all there for each other. And, we know it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of energy. It's going to be very loud. We're on their home court. But, yeah, we can face any challenge. We're ready for it. So we can't wait to get out there.
All right. We will go to Zoom for our first question from Jaron May.
Hey, guys. Jaron May with Gulf Coast News. 14 seed is the lowest seed that FGCU has ever gotten in the NCAA tournament, and no 14 seed has ever won an opening round game. Does that give you guys any extra chip on your shoulder going into tomorrow?
Honestly, no. For us, it's just, another game. We don't pay attention too much to the seeding. We're taking it like it's any other opponent. Yeah.
To piggyback off of Dolly, same thing she said. Every team that makes it to the tournament has won their last game to get here most of the time. So it's just about us playing the game that's ahead of us. It's not really about what we've done in the past, and that's pretty much what seeding has been based on up to this point. So we're not really worried too much about where we're seated, just more so who we're facing and how we can beat them so that we can continue playing.
Rebounding is going to be a big key for tomorrow's game, and you guys actually out-rebounded them last year despite the size disparity. How do you, as a shorter team, mostly of guards and shooters, which is the FGCU way, how do you still win the rebounding battle against teams that are a little taller than you?
Yeah, it's going to be a team effort. Not letting our teammates down. If one person doesn't do their job, it makes a big difference. So, not letting our teammates down, holding each other accountable, and securing every possession we can.
I was going to say, Jordan with Oklahoma again. Obviously last year you guys, came up short just by 3 points. And execution down the stretch obviously was a big part of that. But obviously throughout this 23-game run that you guys are on, you guys have executed really well down the stretch, even when you have gotten those games. So, Dolly, given that you were here last year, what have you seen a lot from you guys this year and the way that you guys, again, have just executed down the stretch in comparison to where you guys were a year ago?
Yeah, well, like Lauren said, it's going to be a game of runs. We just have to keep a steady mindset throughout the entire game. We jumped on them early last year. They came right back. It's going to be a fight for full 40 minutes. But we fall back on our defense this year. So we're going to stick to that. We're going to try to make as many plays as we can. And yeah.
Any more questions from Zoom?
Can I actually hop back in?
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. Guys, what gives you the confidence to, go up against these Power 5 or Power 4, top 20 ranked teams in, the biggest, brightest lights?
I feel like for me, the confidence definitely comes from our coaching staff and Coach Lyles in specific. She does a really good job of preparing us for any game ahead of us. So we just lock into what she says. And then on top of that, we've worked really hard all year. We have prepared for March since day one. So we told ourselves we were going to be the most prepared team when it came to March. And I feel like it starts from day one. So we've done this since we've gotten here. We know what it takes. We face adversity. So we just have the confidence in just the preparation that we've had.
Also, you guys are obviously on their home court, so you'll have to be dealing with their fans. Is there anything that you've done to, try to prepare for that beforehand?
We're definitely going to be on their court. They definitely have some great fans, but I'm pretty sure we have some really good fans as well. We've had some people that have traveled with us. We also have some people who are watching. So whether they're here or not, we just have the support that we know we need in order to compete in such a tough game like this.
Along with some crowd music playing in every drill at practice on
Right.
full volume.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get started with a brief opening statement from Coach Lyles, and then we'll open it up to questions.
All right. Hello, everybody. Just appreciate everybody being here. We are really excited about our opportunity to compete tomorrow and throughout this tournament, and we look forward to seeing what we can do.
Questions?
Jordan Davis with Oklahoma. Congratulations on making it back here.
Thank you.
When you think, obviously, it's the same first-round matchup as last year, but a lot has changed with OU women's basketball, and obviously now they have a post presence down there. And for you, just in your initial, I guess you could say, overlook of what the team has brought to the team now, and to see where they are from a year now and a year ago, what would you say has most impressed you about OU women's basketball team this year?
I mean, one, they're bringing back the majority of their players from last season, and then they added an All-American post player in Beers, and so they are really well coached. She does an amazing job, and then you have players who trust and play in her system, and so you can tell what they're trying to accomplish. You can tell that they're trying to get a shot up quickly. They run hard in transition, and so I'm just all around impressed with the way they share the ball, the way that they score at a high. They're very efficient with the way that they score, and then defensively you can tell that they are quick to help and they help each other out and play together.
I mean, I asked a similar question to the girls, but obviously now with one of the best, like you talk about, with Reagan down there now, how does it change, I guess you could say, the game plan for, when you think back last year, you guys, just came up short by 3 points to where you guys are now today. How does it change the defensive game plan for you? Obviously, don't spill the beans, but,
Yeah. Yeah, I won't tell you that. But, I mean, not just her, but all of their players post up. It's not just one player. So you definitely, and honestly, I think we've been undersized in about 100% of our games this year. So you've got to change some things up defensively. You got to know when you can help and when you can't. So it does cause some issues for us defensively, but I think that we are still one of the top defensive teams in the country, so we're going to have to figure some things out. But, I like our team, and I like their focus in on what we're trying to accomplish.
Hi, Coach. Shane Harvell with FGCU Athletics. You guys got off to a really fast start last year, leading at 21-8 at one point, leading at halftime. Oklahoma didn't even get their first lead of the game until late in the third quarter. So how important is another fast start this year, now put on their home court and trying to control the game?
Well, yeah, and you made a good point. This is a whole that's another layer of what you're trying to get over, is the fact that they're playing on their home floor with their home fans. So, it's kind of our philosophy to get out and try and start fast and get our players going early. But, I mean, you're going to be playing on their home court. So the biggest thing is that you stick together, you make sure that you're sticking to the game plan, and then, we're going to try and get out fast and make sure that we're executing everything we need to execute.
Being 30-3 this year and seeing that 14 seed kind of come across the board late, not many people were expecting that because FGCU is the winningest 12 seed in NCAA tournament history. But what's your message to the team been after that?
You can't really rely on a seed or anything else. No matter who we're going to play, we're going to go out, do what we've done all year, make sure that we're sticking together, playing hard. But, the seeding, it is what it is. You got to change your mindset, have a sense of gratitude for being in the tournament, being able to compete. A lot of teams aren't even playing right now. So, we're excited. We played Oklahoma last year, and, it's just another opportunity for us to be together and compete together. And if you dwell on your seed or dwell on the negative, you won't have the right mindset going into the preparation. So we see it as a good thing. We're excited to be here. We're excited to compete, and that's how we moved forward.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for a question from Jaron May.
Hey, Coach. I know you don't love talking about yourself, but I'm going to ask a question about you. First NCAA tournament as a head coach, where are your nerves and emotions at right now?
You know, I try not to make it, like you say, about me. This program has always been built on the players, and it's never really been about me or Coach Semesco. It's always been about the players of this program. And so I'm just trying to empower them, make sure that they feel loose and confident going into this game, and making sure that they understand that I'm going to be prepared as possible as their coach as we go into this game.
As for your game plan, you talked about defensively and how you match up against them, but offensively, how much do you have to change what you do since you played them, 365 days ago?
Yeah, I mean, we have different players as well. So, our personnel is different in the different areas that we can attack and the different areas that we can take advantage of. So, but again, Beers is down there and she's a big shot blocker. So you just have to be smart about your shot selection and make sure that you're taking high return shots against them.
Right here in the back.
With Oklahoma, and again, Coach, how could you describe the last, I guess you could say, 5 days? Obviously you guys punch a ticket in, and you've had practice. You get here to Oklahoma. What has been the preparation, and what has it been like to, again, just punch your ticket back here and to be with the girls for the past couple of days, heading into another tournament game tomorrow?
Yeah, like I said before, I love this team. I love being around them. They love being around each other. So just any time that you get to spend with each other is always good. And then they're a competitive group, so they're not just excited to be in the NCAA tournament and happy to be here. They want to be here and they want to compete. And so they've been taking the preparation seriously. We've been watching a lot of film. We've been doing a lot of things that just working on different things to execute throughout the game. And I think mentally they're excited. They're loose. They're having fun, but they also compete. When we step on that court, whether it's for practice or we're doing a walkthrough, they're locked in and they're trying to accomplish something.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that
you all.
concludes today's press conferences. Thank you all for joining us. Hammond Communications will post a recording of all press conferences